Yo, yo. Here we go. So, first I want to start out by giving credit to Tet's Truth channel. He or she, I'm not sure, but that channel kills it, and I just want to spread that info because they make really good videos. I mean, they kill it, and this is really killer info. So, this is, but if we look into Vedic astrology, Rahu and KETU are pointed at as cause of eclipses. Okay? Eclipses are not caused by the Earth because we're not a ball floating through space. It's not a satellite around us. It's not orbiting us. We're a flat plane. It's an enclosed Tesla coil system. So these sun and moon and the stars rotate above us. They don't orbit. They rotate above us. And the stars are fixed to one another. This is why sailors can navigate at night for thousands of years, because they use the same stars that have been mapped. And so this is what we get. Rahu and KETU are pointed at as the cause. The Earth never puts a shadow. It never comes between the sun and the moon because they're rotating above us. So that's nonsense. And again, even NASA doesn't say that. NASA does not say that eclipses are caused by the lunar eclipses caused by, or the phases of the moon and the lunar eclipses are caused by the Earth. They say it's the different reflections of the sun. It's nonsense. And you can go outside, and many times have we proven that's ridiculous, because you can see them both up in the sky at the same time, and there's no way that the angle is like that. So what's going on then? This is what's going on. Rahu is the severed head of an asura called blah 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 that swallows the sun, causing eclipses. He's depicted in art as a serpent with no body riding a chariot drawn by 8 black horses. Rahu is one of the Navagraha, 9 planets in Vedic astrology, and is paired with KETU. The time of day considered to be under the influence of Rahu is called Rahu Kala and is considered inauspicious in Vedic astronomy. Look at that. Wow. KETU is the descending lunar node in Vedic astrology. After the head of Savababa and Asura was cut off by god Vishnu, his head and body joined with a snake to form KETU, representing the body without a head, and Rahu representing the head without a body. This is, okay, so according to some accounts in Hindu mythology, KETU belongs to Gemini Gotra, whereas Rahu is from NASA Gotra, and hence both are totally different entities with distinct characteristics, not two parts of a common body. KETU is generally referred to as a shadow planet. It is believed to have a tremendous impact on human lives and also the whole creation. In some special circumstances, it helps someone achieve the zenith of fame. KETU is often depicted with a gem or star on his head, signifying a mystery light. Astronomically, Rahu and KETU denote the points of intersection of the paths of the sun and the moon as they move on the celestial sphere. Therefore, Rahu and KETU are respectively called the north and south lunar nodes. The fact that eclipses occur when the sun and the moon are at one of these points gives rise to the understanding of swallowing of the sun and the moon by the snake. Look at that. Wow. That's more like the unswallowing there at this direction. We have now seen that the existence of dark bodies revolving about the luminous objects in the firmament has been admitted. by practical observers from the earliest ages, and that in our own day such a mass of evidence has accumulated on the subject that astronomers are compelled to admit that not only dark bodies which occasionally obscure the luminous stars when in conjunction, but that cosmical bodies of large size exist, and that one at least is attached as a satellite to this Earth. It is this dark or non-luminous satellite. It's not. Earth isn't a planet, so it's not a satellite. It's just orbiting above, and it may be a satellite to the moon. If anything, that would be more correct. Which, when in conjunction or in a line with the moon and an observer on Earth, is the immediate cause of a lunar eclipse. Zetetic astronomy. Earth, not a globe. Object overlapping the moon, literally shielding its self-generated light. This moon is self-illuminating. The moonlight is colder. It's warmer in the shade of the moonlight than it is out of the shade. The light's measurable. It's a square wave. It's the opposite of the sun is warmth. For the Lord is a sun and shield. The moon shining brightly during the whole time of eclipse, and with a light of different hue to that of the sun, and the light of the moon having, as previously shown, a different character to that of the sun, the earth not a globe, and not in motion around the sun, but sun and moon always over the earth's plane surface, render the proposition unavoidable, as it is clearly undeniable that a lunar eclipse does not, and could not in the nature of things, arise from a shadow of the earth, but must, of sheer logical necessity, be referred to some other cause. We have seen that during a lunar eclipse, the moon's self-luminous surface is covered by a semi-transparent something, that this something is a definite mass because it has a distinct and circular outline, as seen during its first and last contact with the moon. As a solar eclipse occurs from the moon passing before the sun, so from the evidence above collected, it is evident that a lunar eclipse arises from a similar cause, a body semi-transparent and well-defined passing before the moon, or between the moon's surface and the observer on the surface of the earth. That many such bodies exist in the firmament is almost a matter of certainty, and that one such as that which eclipses the moon exists at no great distance above the earth's surface is a matter admitted by many of the leading astronomers of the day. Now check this out. This is RAHU. RAHU goes slow around the moon, and RAHU and KETU seems to cruise pretty fast. Check it. Look at RAHU unswallowing the moon. In the next time-lapse clips, you'll see the movement of one of these invisible light-filtering bodies. So come on. Here it comes. Here it comes. There it goes. Did you see that? There it comes. It's very, it gets a lot more visible, you'll see. Again, you can really see the transparency of the moon in the next clip as the object passes behind the moon. There it comes. There it is, right there. Right there. And it's going to come right here. There it goes. Right behind the moon. Boom. That was sick. There it is, right there. That's it. I'm going to follow it. There it goes, right there. RAHU, slow, KETU, fast. The head slow, body fast. There it comes, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is, right there. Again, it's going around and around fast. It's going around the moon, fast. Circling, while RAHU is slower. And again, there it is. Whoa. There it is. RAHU's done. Sir John Herschel admits that invisible moons, let me get a time check. Okay. Invisible moons exist in the firmament. In the report of the Academy of Sciences for October 12, 1846, and again August 1847, the director of one of the French observatories gives a number of observations and calculations which have led him to conclude that there is at least one non-luminous body of considerable magnitude which is attached as a satellite to this Earth. Well, that's inaccurate, but anyway. At the meeting of the British Association of the Advancement of Science in 1850, the president stated that the opinion was gaining ground, that many of the fixed stars were accompanied. Oh, they admit it's fixed. The stars are fixed to one another. No kidding. Were accompanied by companions emitting no light. The changeable stars, which disappear for a time or are eclipsed, have been supposed to have very large opaque bodies revolving about or near to them, so as to obscure them when they come in conjunction with us. The belief in the existence of non-luminous stars was prevalent in Grecian antiquity and especially in the early times of Christianity. It was assumed that among the fiery stars, which are nourished by vapors, there move other earthly bodies which remain invisible to us, origines. Stars that are invisible and consequently have no name move in space together with those that are visible. Diogenes of Apolloniska. Lambert, in his cosmological letters, admits the existence of dark cosmical bodies of great size. Check it. Norway. Nukeway. That's RAHU. The moon gives off its own light and is semi-translucent, for it can be viewed even in the broad daylight, being overpowered by the radiance of the greater light, which is the sun. We can see the blue sapphire sky through the semi-translucent moon, and at night these areas appear darker because the sky itself is darker behind it. Look, again. If they can ever get a translucent moon with visible blue sapphire sky behind it. Clear, look. Look, it's all blue. Blue behind it. The facts now, placed in contrast, make it impossible to conclude otherwise that the moon does not shine by reflection, but by a light peculiar to herself, that she is in short self-luminous. This conclusion is confirmed by the following consideration. The moon is said by the Newtonian philosophers to be a sphere. If so, its surface could not possibly reflect. Reflector must be concave or plane, so that the rays of light may have an angle of incidence. If the surface is convex, every ray of light falls upon it in a line direct with radius or perpendicular to the surface. Hence, there cannot be an angle of incidence and therefore none of reflection. If the moon's surface were a mass of highly polished silver, it could not reflect from more than a mere point. Let a silver glass ball of considerable size be held before a lamp or fire of any magnitude, and it will be seen that instead of the whole surface reflecting light, there will only be a very small portion illuminated. But during full moon, the whole disk shines intensely, an effect which from a spherical surface is impossible. Look at that. There goes RAHU and KETU. Look at that. There goes RAHU and KETU.
The Flat Earth Sun and Moon Clock App. A dynamic new app to teach family and friends about where they actually live. The sky is a perfect clock. The sun measures the hours and days. The moon measures the weeks and months. The star constellations measure the seasons and years. 12/12 or 24-hour clock face, or go hands-free. The Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock App with new added features. World Time. See what time it is all around the flat Earth. A true Earth compass that shows true navigation across and around the flat Earth plane. Weather. Tap for detailed local weather information. Know what phase and where the moon is at all times. Watch the sun travel between the tropics for the seasons. Select an amazing background. Add your own or have the app change it to a new one automatically every time you use the app. Add a countdown to your next big date. Learn the truth about our world with the featured video of the day. Web button for additional flat Earth related features, from the mythical curve calculator all the way to Tartaria. While talking to friends, easily pull up pictures that expose the globe lie and shine light on the flat Earth truth. Video playlists in different languages. See the real trade winds circling the flat Earth, and clean screen features. Simply click off the items you don't wish to see. The Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app is the best tool to show your friends and strangers how our flat Earth actually works.